I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world.
And Tupac's a legend. Like I said, Tupac wasn't born, he was sent to us.
In the high-stakes world of hip-hop, where power plays and controversial figures reign, few names stir up as much intrigue as Dr. Dre. This rap star and music producer isn't just a mogul. He's a man shrouded in mystery. Today, we're diving deep into a tale that intertwines Dr. Dre with the haunting shadows of the past, particularly the 1996 assassination of rap superstar Tupac Shakur. The story is riddled with accusations, animosity, and legal turmoil involving some of the industry's most notorious names: Shakur, Suge Knight, and, of course, Dr. Dre himself. For years, the hip-hop community has been abuzz with whispers and pointed fingers. And now Dr. Dre finds himself caught in a storm of controversy. This saga isn't just about music. It's a narrative steeped in allegations and strained relationships, from the bitter feud between Shakur and Dr. Dre to the complex dynamics with Suge Knight. Every twist and turn has led to this moment, and it's not looking good for Dr. Dre.
You know, and they're more important to the police on the streets than in here, because they let them know what's going on.
But what's the truth behind these sensational claims? Did Dr. Dre play a role in Shakur's tragic fate? As we unravel the layers of this intricate story, we invite you to stay tuned. Trust us, you don't want to miss this. The tale of Dr. Dre and Shakur's relationship is a turbulent one, riddled with animosity and shifting alliances. At its inception, Shakur admired Dre, viewing him as a mentor and a creative powerhouse.
I mean, let me start with Tupac. He was one of the most talented people I've worked with.
However, as time passed, cracks began to appear in their camaraderie. One of the first notable incidents was during Snoop Dogg's assassination trial, when witnesses claimed that Dr. Dre was in the car but didn't testify. Shakur saw this as a lack of loyalty, sparking the initial flames of discord between the two. What further fueled Shakur's ire was Dr. Dre's perceived detachment from Death Row Records. Shakur believed that DJ was raking in stacks of cash without contributing anything substantial since the Chronic. This financial advantage Dr. Dre held over the Death Row camp, while not entirely unfounded, became a point of contention.
You know, I want when they see me, they know that every day when I'm breathing, it's for us to go farther. You know, every time I speak, I want the truth to come out.
In Shakur's scathing diss track to Live D.I. in LA, he not only called out Dre, but also questioned his sexuality, adding a layer of personal intensity to their feud. In the track Toss It Up, Shakur continued his assault on Dre, accusing him of being inconsistent in his gangster persona. He rapped like those other because you are similar, pretending to be hard. Oh my God, check your temperature, screaming Compton, but you can't return. Furthermore, Shakur hinted at infidelity in Dre's marriage, ominously stating, "What's down in the darkness will come to light." The allegations took their toll, leaving Dr. Dre in an uncomfortable spot. Yet, despite these controversies, Dr. Dre chose to pay tribute to Shakur during the Step the You Up in Smoke tours in 2000, publicly acknowledging the rapper's influence. The complex dynamics between these two hip-hop titans continue to evolve, never settling into a simple narrative. Shakur's diss tracks against Dr. Dre were more than just lyrical sparring. They were fiery manifestos of their discord. To Live, to Live D in LA, Shakur left no stone unturned, alleging that Dre was not only homosexual but also inconsistent in his street credibility. The lyrics, dripping with disdain, painted Dre as a sellout who had abandoned his roots. Shakur's bold accusations added fuel to the fiery feud, making it one of the most intense rivalries in hip-hop history. The track Toss It Up saw Shakur doubling down on his criticism of Dr. Dre. He questioned Dre's loyalty to his friends, suggesting that he had abandoned Death Row for the suburbs, betraying those who had supported him. These diss tracks showcased Shakur's unfiltered anger and his determination to expose what he saw as Dr. Dre's flaws. However, they also added an air of sensationalism to their feud, with fans and the media eager to dissect every verse for hidden truths. Dr. Dre's relationship with Suge Knight is another labyrinthine saga in the hip-hop world. It began as a partnership that held great promise. Dr. Dre, a talented producer and artist, joined forces with Suge Knight, who was then the CEO of Death Row Records. Together, they had the potential to reshape the industry. However, as with many power collaborations, the cracks soon appeared.
Okay, I see. So Suge Knight, he was trying to get to Dr. Dre, so he came out with an album called The Chronic 2000 to try to get to Dr. Dre, to try to get under his skin. That's the reason why he came out with the album.
Dr. Dre's departure from Death Row in 1996 was a pivotal moment in their relationship. Dre referred to it as an easy separation, but the fallout from it was anything but. Suge Knight, now a vocal critic of Dre, has spoken extensively about the origins of their bitter grudge, Knight, who was once CEO of Death Row Records, felt betrayed when Dre decided to leave.
How much hatred was going on between both camps at the time. Man, it was hard to decipher.
The legal entanglements between Dr. Dre and Suge Knight have taken on a life of their own, adding to the drama and mystery surrounding their relationship. One of the most significant legal battles is the lawsuit filed by Suge Knight against Dr. Dre, demanding a staggering $300 million. Knight's lawsuit isn't just about money. It's a retaliatory move against Dre, alleging that Dre tried to orchestrate Knight's assassination to evade financial obligations. The lawsuit ties this alleged assassination for hire plot to the tragic death of Terry Carter, who was run over and assassinated by Knight's truck during the filming of the NWA biopic Straight Outta Compton. Suge Knight is facing an assassination charge for Carter's death, further complicating the legal quagmire.
One, remember when Suge got shot 7 times in the abdomen at One Oak? Suge is saying that Dre is the one who ordered the hit.
The lawsuit claims that Dre's animosity towards Knight stems from their 1996 business separation, during which Dre agreed to a lifetime management agreement. This agreement, according to Knight's lawsuit, entitled Knight to a substantial percentage of Dre's earnings. The suit alleges that Dre's attempts to avoid these financial obligations led to the assassination plot. Dre's attorney, Howard King, vehemently denies these accusations, emphasizing that Dre had zero interactions with Suge Knight since leaving Death Row Records in 1996. The legal battle between these two hip-hop giants has only deepened the intrigue surrounding their tumultuous relationship, leaving us with more questions than answers.
Dog pound, whoever. But I think as a man, anything you say once, you gotta be able to say twice.
This legal battle, alongside their personal animosity, has made Dr. Dre and Suge Knight's relationship one of the most contentious and convoluted stories in the hip-hop world. The lingering question remains: did Dre really conspire to have Knight assassinated to avoid paying his debts? Or is this another chapter in the ongoing saga of their discord? The dark clouds of controversy surrounding Dr. Dre seem to know no bounds, extending even into his personal relationships. While we've been delving into the complexities of his feuds and legal battles, it's essential to consider the allegations of abuse that have surfaced over the years. One person who has spoken out about her alleged mistreatment at the hands of Dr. Dre is none other than Michelle, the talented singer with whom Dre shares a son. In a recent appearance on The Wendy Williams Show, Michael opened up about the alleged abuse she endured during her relationship with Dr. Dre. These claims have added another layer of complexity to Dre's public image, with Michelle shedding light on the darker aspects of their personal history.
Maybe, you think?
He was manipulating the situation
He was
a little
manipulating, yeah, but I was just too naive at the time to even think about it.
According to TMZ, Dre issued a cease and desist letter to Sony Pictures just days before the premiere of a biopic in which Michael speaks candidly about her experiences with both Dre and Suge Knight. In the letter, Dre vehemently denies the allegations, stating that within their nearly 30-year-old relationship, she had never reported any abuse. However, Michelle's revelations are compelling and have left many wondering about the truth behind her accusations.
I watched this man sleep with all of our friends for the whole 9 years of our relationship. Mind you, never stopped sleeping with his baby mama that when I met him.
During her interview with Wendy Williams, Michael explained why she chose to remain silent for so long about the alleged abuse. Her story is harrowing as she candidly admitted, "I stayed because it was normal." After the first hit, you don't think they're going to do it again. Her words reveal a tragic pattern of abuse that she once considered normal. The question of whether Dr. Dre is capable of cruelty and violence is one that lingers as Michael's allegations cast a shadow over his reputation. This is not just a matter of celebrity gossip. It delves into the darker corners of Dr. Dre's life, prompting us to question what else might be concealed within those shadows. And now as we circle back to the ongoing Shakur assassination investigation, the narrative becomes even more entangled. While Keith Deed has been arrested in connection with Shakur's 1996 death, Dr. Dre's name looms in the background as another suspect, not without reason. Considering the complex web of animosity, legal disputes, and personal vendettas we've explored, we can't help but speculate on the possibility of Dre's involvement. The motive in this case is critical. Dr. Dre's desire to undermine Suge Knight's empire, coupled with Shakur's status as the star and primary source of income for Death Row Records, creates a compelling motive. The possibility of jealousy and rivalry adds another layer of intrigue to this already convoluted tale.
So it's not like no one's ever trying to deal with this section. They're just moving away from it.
While Keefe is the main suspect at the moment, we cannot ignore the tantalizing possibility that Dr. Dre had the means, motive, and opportunity to be involved in Shakur's assassination. The hip-hop world is no stranger to drama and conspiracy, And this saga continues to unfold with more questions than answers as we await further developments in this ever-evolving story. The shadows of the past cast a long and haunting shadow over Dr. Dre's legacy. One fan commented, I did hear fairly recently, that Shakur was not the intended target, but Suge Knight was. I'm not sure how true this is, though. This notion that Shakur might have been an unintended casualty in a plot targeting Suge Knight been circulating for some time. It introduces a fascinating twist into the narrative, suggesting that the line between victim and perpetrator in this complex tale might not be as clear-cut as it seems. While some fans entertain this theory, others remain steadfast in their belief that Dr. Dre bears no responsibility for Shakur's tragic demise. They argue that the evidence connecting him to the assassination is circumstantial at best, and that Dre had moved on from the turmoil of Death Row Records long before the fatal night in 1996. As we wrap up this deep dive into the tangled web of Dr. Dre's life and the mysteries surrounding Tupac Shakur's tragic assassination, we want to hear from you, our dedicated viewers. Do you believe there's more to Dr. Dre's involvement in these controversies than meets the eye? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We're eager to hear your perspectives on this gripping saga. Thanks for joining us today.